Win if you can, survive if I let you. Be dropping 16 to 20 defensive tackles because we all know rocking with Danny Savage, Draft Guru. And we all know it's for life. Like the video, sub and subscribe. Let's see, I dropped a mock draft this morning, dropping my first set of 20 defensive tackles. We went from one, dropping you 5. We're going to be at 20. I'll probably drop I'll drop a sleeper later on. And mañana, I'm going to be dropping 20 more defensive tackles. And I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to see dudes in the second ranked 20 that are going to outperform kids in the first ranked 20. Seriously, it is a ridiculous defensive tackle class. It truly is. And there's a lot of kids, man, that it's like, what are they? You got defensive tackles playing edges, and they're getting 7, 8, 9 sacks. Most likely those kids are getting thrown inside in the NFL, but there's so many of them, man. So many of them. And they're going to go, man. You're going to see a hell of a lot of edges and defensive tackles get drafted this draft. Like I said, man, I got so many of them. We're going to be finishing up with 20 today, and I'll be throwing 20 more at you mañana. All right, this kid, actually I got 3 kids with stars on this list. This kid, J.J. Pegues, Old Miss. He's a 1 tech, man. 6'2", 330. He is 18 tackles, 4 sacks. Tasmanian Devil in the middle. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. One of the only reasons he's at 16 and not higher is he wears down. And his conditioning has to get better at the next level. That's the only reason he's at 16. He could easily be like 10, 11 around there. Next kid is Jordan Phillips. He's a 1 tech out of Maryland. Wrestler in high school. We all know how much I like that. 6'2", 320. And he's only 20 years old. A lot of dudes are not talking about him. The sky is the limit for this kid, man. He's a 1 tech, like I said, but for what he's done, and he's 20 years old, bro, he's not even done growing. He ain't. He's not. He just missed. He missed it by 3 months. He could still be playing football in high school in the state of Florida. In the state of Florida, you're allowed to play high school football until you're 19 years old and 9 months. I mean, his best football is ahead of him. Even JJ, he just needs to, from what I've seen on tape, he wears down, man. Next is a kid I'm not that high on. I'm not. It is what it is. He had some health issues, so I'm not going to shit on him. Still made top 20. But once again, surrounded by all-stars, man. Let's be honest, man. Sub and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. I don't even know if I said that, man. I want to be honest with you, man. Ohio State could have beat the Cleveland Browns this year. The only person they really had to worry about is Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland was horrendous this year. I don't know if he was on Cleveland or if he was on Miami, but I'm pretty sure Philadelphia traded for Dorian Thompson something. quarterback at UCLA like 2 years ago, man. I was really high on him. He was like a free agent. He was with the Dolphins for a while. Then he was with the Browns for a while. And I think Philly traded for him. He's like a clone of uh, Philadelphia's quarterback. But yeah, so this kid, Ty Hamilton, Ohio State, 6'3", 299. He's a three. He's a three. Had some injury issues, but like I said, man, like, yo, when you're surrounded by, and some of those kids even came back, man, it's amazing. But when you're surrounded by talent, and I don't want to shit on them, man, because so many teams they send their guys in waves. Michigan, Georgia, Tennessee, the Bahamas, Ohio States, Penn States, they have, I mean, they got a rotation of 10D linemen that they just throw at you, man, where other schools, they got like one kid along the defensive line that's any good. So I don't want to shit on him. A lot of people have him higher, but he made 18 on my list. Next kid, big kid, plays for Georgia, Zeke Biggers. He's a one tech. He's 6'6", 330. And he honestly, he is for 6'6", 330. He can get bigger. To me, he's just a one tech run stuffer. Like I said, I don't want to shit on him, but I'm doing my final rankings. He doesn't. I don't know. I don't want to say he looks kind of goofy out there, or I don't want to use the word unathletic because that's not the case, man. I mean, I just think he got to stay lower, but yo, he don't legit does not look. He does not look 6'6", 330, man. He don't, and he can transform that body into some muscle. The sky could be the limit for him, man. It truly is. Next is a kid. He ain't getting a lot of love. They're playing around with his size, man. Howard Cross III, Notre Dame. His dad was a tight end for the New York Giants, like back in the 80s, man. Like 80, he might have, maybe it was either 86 or 91, but I know his dad. His dad was tall as hell, man. His dad was like 6'4", 6'5", so he must take after the mother, this kid. They have him listed at 6'1". Nah, bro. This kid he's like 6 foot. I'm gonna be honest with you. It wouldn't shock me. He's actually a Jersey kid, man. It wouldn't shock me if he's like 5'10", to be honest with you. But the ranges of his size are going anywhere from 5'10" to 6'1". He ain't no 6'1". He's played a lot of football. He's played 6 years at Notre Dame. No wonder Notre Dame was playing, like in the national championship game. It's like every one of their defensive players, legit, it seems like, had 6 years. I got another Notre Dame defensive tackle coming at you in my second 20. And the only reason he's there is because he tore his knee this past season. But Howard Cross III, he's 6 foot. We're going to say he's 300. He's definitely 300 pounds. He's a fire hydrant. He's just has a wrestling background also. And he's just, he stays low. And you ain't gonna. This kid is just hard to move, man. There's legit one techs in the NFL that are 5'10", 330. That schools you never heard of. But this kid comes from, Notre Dame, but there's, like I said, there's plenty of one techs in the NFL that came from colleges that you never ever heard of. They're just giant, short, strong individuals. And all you got to do is hold up against the run. Hold up the offensive lineman, man. That's all you got to do. That's it. It's a pretty easy job, man. You just got to be strong, be able to squat about 900 pounds, and be able to take a beating, man, because you're going to be, be going up against the center and guards. I know you got to be used to getting double teams, man. Some people, it's fun, man. It truly is. Other people don't like it. I thought it was simple. I thought it was easy playing zero tech, one tech. Because let's be honest, man, 99% of teams, legit, the smallest kid on the offensive line is who? The center. I found it easy, but I didn't play one tech. I played defensive tackle. I come from an era where we had defensive ends, defensive tackles, nose guard. So I was playing up against kids 6'5", 300 pounds every week. So getting thrown inside, that was a playoff, man. That was just, pound on the center and just being in the backfield in 3 plays. But like I said, some people enjoy it. Yeah, my age, man, I'd give my left arm to play another game, bro. But listen, I hope everyone enjoyed it. I dropped 20 defensive tackles. Dropped a mock draft this morning, and mañana I'll be dropping another 20 defensive tackles. And I'm also going to be back at some point, and I'm going to be throwing I got to throw another 10 edges out there. There's, like I don't want to sound like a broken record, man, but there's so many kids in this draft that it's like they're oversized edges, and I just don't see the NFL keeping them there. And I can rattle off probably 10 names off the top of my head. So I hope everyone enjoyed today. Let me get a quick bite to eat, and I'll be right back out here dropping a sleeper, because I'm having everybody out for the first. Everyone's going to be out. I noticed some other people trying to get their guys out quick. They ain't getting as many people as me. They're still the copy and paste champions. I'm not. I don't even know how to copy and paste. Because we all know when we're rocking with the GWO, over and out. See you in a bit. Later on, I'll be dropping a sleeper. Who knows what position.